I mean, you, Tom, and Abbott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I thought you were talking to you straight.
All right, it's all fine. It's all fine.
Yes.
Little checkup. One little thing I want to do at the start because I keep apply. You never know with this game. But yeah, this is going to be the evening, and this is going to be the match that we're playing, and it's going to be this Hardpoint artillery battery, which, to be fair, I have not seen in ages. The last time I saw it, I think, might have actually been on the agent versus agent format with 82nd and DC.
Yeah, in last year's tournament, they had a couple of very strong matches here. This is a favorite amongst the admins. This is one of the most interesting points in the format. It's pretty balanced. Again, nothing in this format is perfectly balanced, but it's pretty there. Both teams have some interesting things to utilize to get to the point. And Tom, I think you've refed a number of matches on this strong point.
Yeah. Watched over several games on this one. It's a good map. There's a lot of different positions that are vital, not vital, but important. There's good cover. There's good flanking opportunities. It's got a great mix of terrain. So.
Alfred, would you like me to explain for any first-time viewers what exactly they're about to watch in like 30
Nah,
seconds?
we don't care about them. No, please do so. Please do so.
You don't matter, chat. You don't matter.
Nobody matters in this.
So for anyone joining for the first time, so this is Hell Let Loose 18v18. We've got 18 guys per side here that are going to run at each other in artillery battery. You can only use your outpost. You can't build any garrisons. It's infantry only. There's no tanks. There's no artillery. There's no commander abilities. There's no engineers, no satchel charges. This is pretty much just straight up gunplay in an enclosed space for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And it's going to be a blast. And I really appreciate Altberg popping in here and doing the stream with us. That's amazing.
Thanks for having me on my own stream. Wait, what? No. Thanks for joining me here, Mr. Abidus and Mr. Tom. Speaking of a blast, one little heads up, because that is going to be a question that I expect from the new people that have not played this yet. No sessions are not allowed. Because I know that people are going to ask, oh, well, in that case, can we play Satchels everywhere? No, that's not a thing.
I mean, Tom was kind of at the forefront of helping spearhead the satchel thing, so I will let Tom kind of talk about that a little bit.
It depends on if you want to hear a satchel run or not. But the short bit, short reason being that satchels are basically mini nukes. They wipe out everything in 25 meters. Given it's a small team format. Just looking at artillery battery, you got that central house. A satchel just wipes everyone out inside of it. It removes a lot of gunplay, and it trivializes some of the aspects of the game, and they're quite hard to counter because you've got to be able to spot them and get to them in roughly 30 seconds. So just getting rid of them, it brings the focus back onto gunplay and strategy. That's the main reasons why.
All right.
Perfect answer. Hell yeah.
Well, perfect. All right, perfect.
So I think we're getting started in 15 seconds here.
Yes, 15 seconds should be the time that we have the liftoff.
Yes.
Just making the group picture here for the last people. I think my mouse wheel is broken because it's goes
they're gonna run in 5 seconds. So let's see what kind of start we get here. Artillery battery is one of those points where you get some very interesting starts from teams. You have BWCC, Barbed Wire Collectors Clubs, that did play in last year's tournament. They've got some experience in this format. I think they've scrimmed in this format in the last year, playing against a new to the competitive scene combined team of North American groups, 19th Engineer and 2nd Ranger, who are not as experienced in the format. So I think this will be a really interesting match. This is a Group C matchup for anyone who's keeping track. 2nd Rangers and 19th actually played earlier this week, and they lost their first game. So this is actually their second game, but this is Barbed Wire Collector Club's first game of the group.
Lovely.
And immediately we've seen a difference in approach because 219 is spread out quite evenly. It looks like they've got a squad north, south, and mid, whereas BWCC's got 2 squads kind of south and 1 squad north.
Yeah. Also on the southwest, we have a bit of a delay there with the boys running at the moment. I think BWCC is going to make it first into the hardpoint from the moment here.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Yes.
No, I was going to say, it's definitely a little bit slow getting into the zone from the 2nd and 19th team, for sure. But they actually do have 2 players that look like they're going to make it first.
Yeah, Cyanide and Jung. Or Yang. Again, you see, both sides are colliding slowly, and we should get the first shots in a second. Just listen to them. There we go. And the house has been touched by our friends from the Axis side here.
That is good for 2 and 19th, because having someone in that building is good, at least to spoil BWCC getting in there as well. So if Cyanide can hold on, that'd be a good play for them.
That might be nice.
Very curious to see this play right off rip here at the house. This is actually more critical than it might appear.
And
at the moment, it seems like both teams have not really made it there into the middle, into the actual house yet. I mean, Cyanide is there. Barbed Wire Collectors Club are making their way more slow with 4 people. Still not in the house, though.
Just reporting in on the BWCC outposts. They're all decently far away from the circle, so they're in nice, safe locations at the start, so not really at risk.
Yeah, for 2nd and 19th, they've just lost their northern outpost. Charlie Squad's LP's gone down. The squad leader's still alive, but there are now 5 BWCC players up there hunting for any remnants.
Yeah, it's not very blue here for me at the moment.
No, yeah.
I mean,
2nd 19th have lost quite a few guys.
And that's the last gun off that. The battalions have fallen in the north, but Wire at the moment running in the north, in the actual hardpoint, and slightly in the south.
Yeah, Cyanide's still alive inside this house. He hasn't shot yet. I think he's literally just trying to play spoiler, which isn't a bad idea with his team kind of on the back foot right now. He's in good position to maybe impact something. Let's say Xander moves his OP up. Let's see.
He is about to get... No, I didn't find him. Amazing.
I don't think they have any idea he's in there. He hasn't shot or anything, so I think he's just kind of solo operator in the house.
They know somebody was in there because he kept killing multiple people around the house that were lurking there.
It's worth noting as well that Artillery Battery is a half-cap strong point because it's a non-middle sector. So 2nd and 19th, they haven't had to forcibly reset any of their OPs from the capture. So they've had a slight advantage in that.
Now they know that Cyanide is in the building, by the way.
This house is very interesting. Cyanide on the 2nd floor, 2 guys from BWCC on the 1st and 3rd floor. He's kind of pinched now, but he's tying up 4 guys from BWCC, which, I mean, alone is actually pretty impressive.
And again, imagine not having a satchel.
It's true. It's true. Satchel would be interesting here, certainly.
I say it's also a little heads up because people will might have joined in late. We started at 45 minutes, which with a 30 minutes and that's enough for Cyanide. With 30 minutes playtime means that we're going to end it probably on 15 in game.
Correct. Unless we get overtime.
Yes, that's also one of the points. Speaking of
overtime.
At the moment, it doesn't look that way. Then again, it can change any moment. That's the nice thing about this concept or this format, because even then, you can, for example, suck for 29 minutes. If you're a hero in the last 1 minute, you actually take the point.
It's all about staying in the match. Staying in the match is the key. And talking about staying in the match, 19th and 2nd right now in decent position to, potentially stay in the match. I do want to point out on the very north side here, TWC Ray is alone. If you pivot left, Altberg, you'll see him. He's alone for BWCC in the field, behind.
The guy.
He's just behind them. So this is something to watch for. But 2nd and 19th actually doing a decent job with smokes right now, and they're on the back foot, but they're in decent position to still impact the match.
Yeah. But this is something that I watched the last 2nd and 19th match against Merciless Merc, and 2nd and 19th definitely seem to be using smokes a lot more this time, which is something you definitely want to see.
We just do. Don't get confused, people. We just lowering the game set by a tiny bit. There we go, so we can actually hear people. There we go. I'm wondering if TW Cray, is he just not going to shoot and just basically mark or ping people? Is that going to be a play or something?
I think, yes. It looks like they're almost using him as a set of eyes to just get an idea of where the pushes are coming from, which is a pretty interesting strategy. I have long said in 18s that not firing your gun is sometimes just as good as firing it. So, yeah.
It's worth noting that TW Cray is on the other side of the road, almost exactly from a from a 2nd and 19th outpost. He is about 15 meters away from it.
Yeah,
he moved. Yeah, and it must be flashing. So I'm surprised that
it is.
19th have not tried to look at that.
However, the North has fallen for Barbed Wire Collectors Club.
Yes, the Bravo outpost went down. So Bravo squad for BWCC on the north side has lost their OP, so they're now running in. So there is an opening here on the north side for 19th and 2nd.
We can see Cray moving now.
Also, the heads up. Sorry, yeah, continue.
No. So Charlie squad, the OP that was near Cray, has been moved. So he just missed his chance to take their OP.
Nah. Actually, they put it to the front a bit more, didn't they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, 2nd and 19th have done a good job pushing forward on that north, so it makes sense to keep the pressure up. It is a bit risky.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just a bit risky because it is on the front line, whereas Baker squad has theirs a little bit further back, so it's a little bit safer if they get pushed hard.
I agree. I am very intrigued. Cray back here, I'm gonna keep tabs on him. I'll report back on him as the match goes on. I am just curious. He's really not doing much other than just kind of looking. So yeah, he might just be eyes.
He is pinging. He is pinging. Oh, actually no. He's moving now.
Oh, he's moving in now. Okay.
Now, yeah.
He's looking for an OP. I think he might have spotted an OP potentially.
Yeah.
There is one right in front of him.
Yes, there is.
Nobody's looking his way.
No. He's just a silent stalker here.
And he's gonna miss it, isn't he? Oh no.
So he doesn't see the one to his left with Itzbauer, which would be a huge pick if he did, because Itzbauer's the squad leader as well. Let's see if Jen Howe can spot him.
Oh my
Or Polka.
God.
This is some Metal Gear Solid.
Oh,
there he taken down the Polka.
That was a good save.
Really, it was very, very good. I was impressed that he made it that far. Honestly, like, wow.
Yeah. I think at that point he was pinging both OPs.
Speaking of fun people, Cyanide is again in the backland, so to say.
Ooh, this is a very risky OP up here for BWCC. They've placed it pretty much right on the line, and 19th and 2nd was getting close, but they've just kind of eliminated that wave, so they're going to have to redeploy. So I think they're okay. But right now, I mean, definitely advantage BWCC. They've got great positioning in and around the house, but 19th and 2nd are right there. I mean, one good set of kills here from 19th and 2nd, and they're running home free to the circle.
Something I want to see down here on the south is Joshua from 2nd and 19th versus Tommy from BWCC. Tommy's kind of a spoiler on the south hedgerow, which is normally very open, but Joshua, and it looks like Cannon maybe coming up from behind, looks like they might be trying to flank around on the south side, which could be big because BWCC's attention is very heavily on the north. So that's a good play from 2nd and 19th.
Oh,
and Tommy just shot, so Joshua knows he's there now.
He might be able to see the pixels of the legs there.
Meanwhile, on the north side, BWCC has now swept all the way back again and cleared that push.
And Tommy got shot, and Tommy got killed. There we go.
Be interesting to see if Pahi from BWCC can respond.
Oh, no, he gets killed by Jerry Blossom, I would assume. And Pahi.
Cannon is down here, so we'll see if maybe he decides to reset the outpost. But I would say now 2nd and 19th kind of getting a little bit put in a cube here on the north side. They are getting encircled almost, I would say.
I'd like to see 2nd and 19th have at least a few players respawn the garrisons and try sweeping along that road again.
Hombre is making his way. If he goes to the right, he might be able to see the OP. However, he is instead moving forward here.
Oh, 7th doesn't see him. Oh,
is that going to be...
Oh, he's got the MG.
That was a lot of bullets there for a
But a fresh spawn just came in for 19th and 2nd.
Oh, God.
And Hombre did miss both OPs right now.
Yes, so he's doing a good job, but not getting the gold star for eliminating the outpost.
He missed all OPs. Oh, no.
He missed all 3 of them, yeah. So, good play, but also bad play.
I mean, the man is with a grease.
Task failed successfully. Oh!
Holy He went for the melee attack.
Boy. Well,
that
That's
was a
good
task failed successfully situation right there.
that was great shooting. Just
That was good.
fail on the situational awareness.
Cannon has reset his OP now on the south side for 2nd and 19th, and he has established a little bit higher up. So maybe he can move. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. Like BWCC seems to be willing to push a high line on the north side, but has been unwilling to do so on the south side, which I think is going to create an angle. Ooh, a great rocket just came in.
Fantastic rocket.
That was a fantastic rocket from BWCC, taking out 2 guys.
Yeah, that was Bangalore.
Yeah. Oh, very nice shot there. So yeah, so like it looks like BWCC is like almost ceding the south side of the map now to 2nd and 19th.
But they do have Cherry Blossom's MG on the south, but
Well, they have multiple
very
MGs, you know.
few actual players down there.
It's a defense in depth for BWCC. They don't
Yeah.
actually have a high line. They're doing a great job picking them off, but they're not pushing them out of the zone. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Altberg, what are you thinking about as you watch these 18s match? What are the things that you're most excited to watch?
Hopefully someone taking down the OPs from behind. No, but I would like to see some not.
Oh. Oh, this is a cluster here. This is just.
So,
Oh man.
yeah.
And they're using a
Skeppy did
medic.
take down an OP.
But its power is still up.
It's still up, but there's a lot of BWCC around.
I sadly messed it up a bit. I messed it up a bit with the admin cam there. Sad. But what I would like to see is some cool tape. Basically, I want to see in the last minute the hardpoint getting flipped multiple times. At least the pressure being up there, so to say. As might it go this way and go back and forth. That's what I would like to see. Basically, the last moments of each match, just overtime each time. That would be nice.
As you say that, there is actually capture progress. Like the strong point went to contested just then. So that is an indication that this is a pretty even match.
Yeah, it's also an indication that BWCC's concentration in the circle itself is quite